Hello and welcome to this edition of Dirt Talk with Drake Dork, and I've got the daughter of Sean Becker, Alison Becker, on the show. It's good to have you.
Yeah, it feels very fun.
Obviously, Alison very excited already. So, Alison, obviously your dad, the shark, Sean Becker, but what was your first introduction to the sport of racing, or what were your earliest memories of it?
When I was 3 days old, my dad won his first trophy dash here, and when I was 9 days old, my dad won his first sprint car race at Silver Dollar Speedway.
So, that's pretty cool. Looks like having you gave Sean some success. Blah, I still can't talk. Gave him some success there. So, Alison, obviously, a few years ago started racing. So, how long have you been racing exactly?
I started last year when it was the 2-day race, so from this day, it was last year.
Wow, so almost 1 year to the day to Alison's start in racing. Alison, very young, obviously. How old are you?
I am 9 years old.
So, obviously being around the Becker household, did you always want to race, or did it just come more recently that you wanted to race?
When I was 6 or younger, I never wanted to race because I was too scared to ever try. When I was like 3 or something, they started go-kart and I just ran inside the house and was like really scared. But then I just started racing last year and I just got the feeling of it.
Do you feel any pressure because of your dad's success? Do you think, that puts a little bit of pressure on you to do well?
They just give me advice to do. They never put pressure on me. When I started racing, they just helped me. They didn't tell me I needed to race. They just helped me whenever I wanted to do it.
So, Alison came very close to a win earlier this year. Your car broke right before the end with a few laps to go. Does that give you any confidence, though, knowing you can win because you had a shot to do so earlier this year?
I think I can win a next race. I'll try to win one today if I can. But my grandpa really wants me to be on the front row because that's when I almost won, when I was on the front row.
And you're debuting a new paint scheme today. Can you tell us a little bit about that?
Not that much.
Well, what is it going to look like?
I don't know. Mostly like Stephen Curry.
Oh, there's a hint. There's a hint. So, Golden State Warriors logo and everything on it. Should look pretty good on the track. And last year you got hurt at Red Bluff with the Red Bluff Outlaws when you're running beginner. When you got hurt, what exactly did you hurt, and were you scared of racing after that?
When I broke my shoulder blade, and I was really scared if I didn't want this to happen again, but my grandpa put a net on my car so no one would get in there, and he just helped me, and every time I think about it, I might do it, but every time I just throw that out of my mind, it just comes to me almost as a win.
Wow, that's really mature for someone your age, to get hurt like that and have that mindset. So obviously, Alison, you're part of the legendary Becker family in California. What's it like being a part of that family?
It feels amazing. My great-grandpa, he's the one who started the legendary Becker family. And he's the one who started the racing family, and he's the one who just started everything. And then my other grandpa, he started racing, and then my dad and my uncle, and then my cousin Blake, and then me, and then my cousin Kaylee just joined.
You just mentioned your cousin Blake there. We talked to him earlier this year on the show after his stroke. How proud of you are of him after overcoming this challenge of his stroke, fighting hard every day to try to get back in the race car, and tonight's his first night back. How proud of you are you?
I am very proud of him because I thought after his stroke he was going to wait like a year or something, or half a year, but he just wanted to get in that go-kart so bad, and I'm just really happy that he's going to race today and tomorrow. Today he's going to race box stop, and tomorrow he's going to race 250 intermediate.
cool deal there. And you talked about Kaylee also racing this year. You two have both raced in the same class this year. What's it like racing with your cousin Kaylee?
It is very fun. Sometimes she can be ahead of me and then I can pass her right back, but she's been getting faster and faster every week, and I'm really happy for her to join the racing family too.
And recently Ross Field interviewed you, our good friend Ross Field interviewed and your dad for the news. Has it aired yet, first off?
Well, it aired off to me definitely, but I was really scared before, but then once he gave my dad questions, I was feeling confident in myself, and then when he asked me questions, he's like, "This is the best interview I've ever had." And I just thought, man, that felt really good for me, and I just thought maybe he'll have a better time the next time.
Allison, obviously have the Steph Curry Warriors paint scheme on tonight, so I would assume you like other sports such as basketball, correct?
Yes, I do love dancing and playing soccer. My mom and dad really want me to play basketball, but I want to wait for a little while because I have so much sports going on already.
You mentioned dancing there. When you decided for a career choice, which one do you think it will be, dancing or racing?
I think a little more dancing because I've been dancing longer than I've been racing. I've been dancing, I started dancing when I was 4, and then I just started racing last year, and I didn't have that legendary experience already, but with dancing I definitely have an experience. My mom was a cheerleader when she was in middle school, and she gave me the blood of dancing, and my dad gave me the blood of racing.
So half and half, you'd say?
Mm-hmm.
I've seen you do some crazy stuff with your leg, like can you touch your head with your big toe or something crazy like that?
I can do a heel stretch all the way up to my ear.
Oh wow, that's still pretty good. I can barely get my leg out to here. So how many days do you do dancing a week?
I do dancing, well now I'm on a break, but on August 7th we will do different days. We don't know the days yet, but they tell us our teams because we have dance tryouts. And before I did Thursday, Wednesday, and Tuesday. Tuesday I did 2 hours, Wednesday I did 2 hours, and Thursday I did 4 hours.
So Allison, we were talking about career choices earlier. If you do decide to go down the racing path, how far do you think you'll go?
I think I will go the same path and footsteps that my dad has gone.
Allison, you've been to quite a few tracks. You've raced at Cyclone and Red Bluff, obviously been at Silver and a few other tracks a lot. But out of all those, which one is your favorite?
I think for my racing career, it's going to be Cyclone because it's a wider track and there's more of the back straightaway and front straightaway than there is at Red Bluff. And out of all the racetracks, I think my favorite one has to be Placerville.
Placerville,
Mm-hmm.
pretty cool track there. You got the hill. Do you like the hills up there too?
Yeah, I love how we see lots of people, my favorite part is when they go up in the turns because it just looks so cool when they dive up into that hill turn, and it looks like they're gonna tip over, but they really don't. They just curve and it looks really cool.
So who is your favorite sprint car driver?
Well, my mom was practicing for me earlier today and I had trouble figuring it out.
Really?
I have lots of favorites, but out of all of my favorites, it's gonna have to be my dad.
I hear you used to like Andy Forsberg too.
Yeah, I actually came back to that, and now I do.
Did Travis pull you back? I know Travis is a big Andy Forsberg fan.
Oh yeah, he has 5 cards of it, and every morning he wakes up, I think every morning he gives me a card and says, "Mama, look, Andy!"
Is that his nickname for you?
Yeah, He also calls me Allie now because Jackson calls me Allie.
Ah.
And he calls me Ollie, even though it's Allie, but he's trying to say Allie. His favorite letter is L because almost every single word that he says has an L in it.
Well, that will wrap up our show today. Thank you, Allison.
Thank you, Jake.